Hi Tom, hope you enjoyed your stag do at Hoxton Park. Here's a few of the boys here. Hope you enjoy this my swing analysis from the boys at Me and My Golf.
Let's take charge of his game.
Okay, so welcome to this week's My Swing Analysis. This is where we analyse one of your golf swings.
Absolutely, guys. Get involved. Enter the competition today. Good luck. Go to Instagram, Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag MySwingAnalysis.
It could be you. And we have a very special one today. Thomas O'Callaghan is actually getting married, and this was a request from Colin and the Stag Do boys. Said, can we do a swing analysis as a present for him for his wedding? He's getting married to Fran on the 25th of July, so congratulations.
Well done.
Just ahead of that, so I hope everything goes well for you, and hopefully we can help you improve your game with this analysis as well.
Absolutely.
Remember as well, Tom, a happy wife means a happy life. Okay.
Well done.
So I'm good to remember that one. So yeah, hopefully we can help with your game. So let's go into straight away from the down the line view. Now Thomas actually struggles Pierce with a hook.
Okay.
He's a member at Druids Heath Golf Course, where we know, just down the road from us.
Many a time, yeah.
And he's a handicap of 3, so he's a good golfer, but needs a little bit of help with just improving his direction. So let's go into his down the line view, and if we just carry on, pretty neutral setup.
Yeah.
As he moves to the top of the backswing, this is really where sort of things stand out to us, and we can see, if we just highlight the club face is in a closed position to the lead forearm, so as you can see it's a slightly different angle. And this is where that hook shot can generally come from.
Yeah.
As he swings down to impact, there's a lot of power in this golf swing. He really generates some speed, hits the ball a long way. I wouldn't like a right hook off him.
We can improve him, otherwise we're in trouble. But he's not fast.
So yeah, so the club face really looks like we're going to be attacking that from there, but pretty neutral on the way down. But when we notice from the front view here, this is where we start to see really what we want to improve or what we want to look at maybe changing. Thomas has a slightly strong grip. The hands are a little bit too far round to the right. Now, if he didn't hook it, we possibly wouldn't change it.
Yep.
But we'll sort of go into that in a moment, maybe give you an option. But a slightly strong grip at the start, pretty neutral setup, very much behind the golf ball. He makes a very good turn behind the ball. This is really good for power. We'll talk about that a lot with the driver. But as he starts the downswing, one thing we're going to notice is an aggressive shift back towards the target. And we can even see how the right foot slides Pierce. It moves towards the target with his lower body. And sometimes that's in an effort to try and stop the ball to going to the left.
Yep.
So there's a bit of what we call a slide, and we have a slightly strong grip.
Yep.
So we thought we'd give maybe a different sort of a swing analysis today, where we give 2 options.
Yeah.
We're going to look at potentially changing the grip or potentially changing the lower body. And this is something that maybe for you to experiment with, Thomas, as well. So first of all, let's just go through the grip, Pierce, and show the viewers at home the strong grip and what is a strong grip, and then how we would option 1 first change that.
Okay, so what we would look at with a strong grip is that the reason we call it strong, because what it does, if your hands for the right-handed golfer are too far round to the right, it will make the club face want to come back to the ball pointing to the left. Now what that does is you've got a 12-degree driver here, Andy, trusting me with it today. If I were to turn the club face to the left, that 12 degrees gets strengthened, so we lower the loft. So that's where the term strong comes from. It's not from gripping it tight, even though I'm sure he can. Don't he probably bet the shaft, wouldn't he, if he gripped it tight? But if you can, from this position, that's why we call it a strong grip. Now, what will happen from here, as you said, Andy, we use the checkpoint at the top of the backswing because we can see that when people are swinging because of the change of direction. But when the golf club comes back down now, it will more often than not want to point to the left. So that's obviously an issue.
So what Thomas does well is compensate for that by sort of aggressively using the lower body and sliding in an effort to sort of keep the club face in a square position. As you can see, that foot moves.
Absolutely.
So the hands at the start, Pierce, just show the viewers at home how far rotated they could be to the right. So you can see there, they're a little bit too much underneath the shaft.
Absolutely.
So option 1, where would we like to see those?
So what we would do is actually just move them more to the left.
Okay.
So both of these hands here, we'd actually move them more to the left. So I suppose the key one generally in this is that the right hand can really cause a problem with this. So left hand being a little bit strong is not the end of the world because we can have this cup angle, but the right hand, often we see people when they grip it strong, they bring the right hand from underneath and then close their fingers on, so the palm's pointing up to the sky more. If we got the hand and actually moved it in, so the palm was coming in, facing the grip, came into the club like so, and then closed the fingers on there, you'll now notice that the palm is running out sort of parallel to my target line, and that would be very different. So it's almost like you're shaking hands with a golf club. That's going to get it a lot more neutral. So
the thing to do with this then, so if Thomas changed this straight away and just changed his grip, the first few shots that he would probably hit would be to the right.
Yes.
So there'd sort of have to be a little bit of work at this to be able to get the face working better through the golf ball as well. This is really a matter of preference as well. Thomas might go, well, I absolutely do not want to change the grip. It feels totally weird.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to go for that change, which is fine. So then we have to say, well, okay, look, if you don't want to change the grip, let's go for option 2.
I think option 1 is for someone who practices.
Yeah.
So someone who practices, they can actually get the grip, change the grip. We often like to then get people to put their feet together and then have some swings where they're not having to work on the body. They're just literally letting the hands and arms do the work. Okay, that's what get the club face closing a little bit more. So that would be option 1 if you've got the time to do that. Right, option 2.
Option 2. Okay.
If we don't change the grip. Now, this is what some of the best players in the world do who have got these strong grips. So we think of Bernhard Langer, we think of Paul Azinger. You know, these golfers had very close club face throughout their swing. What they would have to do from this closed position at the top, you can see the face pointing to the sky. Sometimes I struggle with this.
Yeah.
But then on the way down, you've got to move your body in a rotational manner very aggressively. So you can see I'm rotating my hips, I'm rotating my chest, and look what I'm doing. I'm offsetting the closing of the face by turning my body faster. So yes, we still want you to shift the weight, but if you were to really rotate that body, go and have a look at images of Langer and Azinger at impact, and you'll see they have a lot more rotation than you do.
And it's a great point to talk about because we see this all the time. The more rotation you have of the body, the less rotation you have, the more stable that club face is. And we see his right foot do some a pretty interesting move, don't we, Pierce?
Yeah,
on the way
absolutely.
down?
So we get that sort of drag and that slide in. Now, it's difficult. I mean, again, the legs are massive, you know, so we don't know the mobility and how that right leg can roll around and rotate round. But from here, yes, we're sort of getting this, as you said, this sliding motion to help square the face.
It's difficult to rotate from there as well.
It's very difficult to rotate from there, isn't it? Absolutely.
So we would like to see a little bit of a quieter right foot action, more rotation at impact, so we can really clear things out the way. And you know what? I mean, Azinger hit a little bit of a fade, didn't he?
He did.
Even Duval hit a little bit of a fade because he rotated that hard and kept the face very square through the ball. You know, if you can hit a consistent fade with a strong grip, then we're happy, aren't we?
Duval hit a high fade, which you'd think from a closed face, a high fade is the exact opposite thing you would do, but massive amount of rotation. And interesting you're saying about Duval there, you know, he rotated everything, including his head. So his head was past and looking over there.
Had to, didn't it? Okay, right, so
let's have a go with option 2, shall we?
I think you should have a go at option 2.
Option 2, so I'm going to have the strong grip.
Strong grip and rotate that
now,
lower body.
I am going to aim down the left a little bit
Do you think you should have a practice swing
fade.
first, just to see?
I think I should. I'll just tee the ball up a little bit.
Just in case he was to top it or something.
Well, you know what? That's why I teed the ball a little bit high. You knew what I was doing there, because I have, when I've done this before, hit the odd top. So now I'm thinking about it. Of course, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, we've got to work extra hard now. This is going to go left unless he really rotates that body hard through the ball.
So aiming left, and I'm going to rotate hard and play a little bit of a fade. Oh, is it going to fade? Oh, it might do. It's definitely started left. That's okay. That's
a little left, but it's not too bad.
That's okay. But it didn't hook, and that was the thing. So there was absolutely no way of hooking that there. So for you to actually aim left and feel that you're not going to hit it to the left, that's a really nice thing to feel. So aiming left and actually rotating hard, it can definitely get you in play. And this time of year, it might be the better option for you to do.
Definitely. So as soon as you're married and you've got loads of time on your hands,
you've got no
you
chance
can get to the range all the time.
You've got no chance of doing option 1, by the way.
So
you're
option 2 is
absolutely only able to do option 2 from that day after your wedding day.
Okay, Thomas, hope that helps. Make sure you check that out. Let us know what works for you best and what you're going to go with, grip or option 2 where you rotate that body. And hope that helps you guys at home.
Have a good honeymoon.
Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Post any questions you have down below and remember to hit the subscribe button for videos every single week. And don't forget to watch the videos this week we've done with Rick and Pete Finch. Great matches, check them out.
Rick and Pete Finch, are they together now, are they?
Rick and Pete Finch, there we go.
Maybe that works. Also, guys, make sure you check out the free trial, 7-day trial at meandmygolf.com. Click the link there and there's lots more videos for you to see. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.